Well, Dana, another quick timeout. Tell me what you saw tonight.
Yeah, so let's start with the heavyweights. The first fight, he ended up finishing the fight. There's a lot of things that I looked at in this fight. First of all, he's 5-1 favorite, which shouldn't mean, but sometimes it does. This kid here, Santos, weighs about 230, which tells me this kid could fight at 205. Okay, so let's just say I wasn't overly impressed with Rizvan. He came out, did what he had to do, won the fight. Maybe someday he'll make it here, just not today.
Rizvan currently in the hospital getting that eye looked at. Yeah. So, yep.
All right, this next fight, I mean, Almeida and Daniel, this fight was unbelievable. I like both guys. I think this is the first guy in a long time that, if Almeida goes out, gets a fight and gets a win in a smaller show, he's a guy that we'd probably bring in on a card. So if I think that about him, you can imagine what I think about Daniel. Daniel, first of all, he's got an incredible chin. Well-rounded game. He's only 22 years old, which usually I look for people that are a couple of years older, but he's 12-0 at 22 years old. You never see that. He said something about fighting like a real Mexican. This dude fights like a real Mexican, man. He's awesome. I love everything about him. Get over here, Daniel.
Daniel Zellhuber, welcome to the UFC.
All right, next fight. I thought that this was a good fight. I thought both guys fought great. And both guys were well-rounded. They're both in their prime right now. I don't know. I'm not interested at this time. And keep working, kid. We'll get you in there someday. And Ihor, kid's 25 years old, 6'3", 205 pounds. Again, I'm talking about odds, which really don't mean much, but he was a 3-1 dog in this fight. So the odds makers were looking at this kid and thought that this kid was going to get destroyed. He did the exact opposite, finished impressively. There's no way that I don't bring this kid in too. He's 25 years old. I love it. Get over here. He can't understand a word I'm saying, but somebody tell him he's
He'll understand this. Ihor Porteria, come on over here. Congratulations. Dana, this was our first Dana White Contender Series card where every single fighter was an international fighter. What does that say to you about the growth of MMA and not just MMA at the highest level, but the growth of MMA at those lower levels and how they can feed back into the UFC?
Yeah, I mean, when the world is back to normal, there are fights going on everywhere in the world every weekend. So there's a lot of talent out there globally, and as we continue to grow, I'm talking about we've actually secured a place now in Mexico to build another PI. So we found some land, so that we're working on that. I'm working on Puerto Rico, and then I'm really excited to build a PI in Africa. So we're going to continue to pop these things up everywhere, bring these kids in off the streets, get them training, learning mixed martial arts, and even if they don't necessarily become fighters, I bet they become jiu-jitsu coaches or MMA coaches, and it just, going to help grow the sport.
I love it. Thank you so much for your time, Dana. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks. Daniel Zellhuber, welcome to the UFC. I mean, you had an emotional response to the win, but I saw you talking on the phone. Some tears were coming down your face. Who are you speaking with?
I was speaking with my family, with my mother, my father, back in home, my brother. Everybody in Mexico are super excited that I made it to the UFC, and now I'm here.
You got some crutches. Did you get banged up? Any diagnosis yet?
Yeah, the doctor says that I might broke my right feet, but it's part of the fight game. So now I'm just happy to finally have my contract, and now another stage in my career is beginning.
Hopefully not too long to heal up from those minor injuries. How soon would you like to enter the UFC and represent Mexico on the biggest stage of the world?
Hope this is not broke, and early 2022, I'm ready. I'm here to prove that I'm the next generation of UFC Mexican fighters. So I'm super excited for the opportunity and ready to put it on a show.
I know you put that lightweight division on notice. Can't wait to see you go to work in the UFC. Thank you so much, Daniel Zahooper. Appreciate it. Welcome to the UFC. You got the shades, you got the contract. Are you ready to go to work?
Игорь, добро пожаловать в UFC. У вас уже очки есть, у вас есть контракт.
Да, я шел к этому целых 8 лет. Это была моя мечта. Я знал, что я сюда попаду. Я отказывал себе во многом. И, несомненно, знал, что я здесь буду. Следующий этап — это гонка за поясом. Я знаю, что мне это все по силам. И с Божьей помощью все будет.
8 years I was trying to reach this dream of mine, and I made a lot of sacrifices on the way here, and right now my next goal is a belt.
Dana White was saying some amazing stuff about you, but did you know coming into this fight that you were an underdog? Were you aware of that?
Дэна Уайт говорил замечательные вещи о вас, но вы знали, что все было против вас, что ставки делались против вас?
Честно говоря, меня это только мотивирует. Конечно же, я знал. И я люблю делать такой, скажем, апсет. Да.
Разочаровывать противника.
Конечно. Форс-мажор для него произошел. Я знал, что я выиграю. Я знал, что будет так. Я видел уже этот исход множество раз в себя в голове, в моих мыслях. Прокручивал множество раз, как я выйду, как я буду работать. Это украинские катапульты. Сильнее их просто нет. Скоро вы меня узнаете. Дайте мне 1 год, и вы будете очень-очень впечатлены мной.
I almost don't need a translation for that part, but I'll let you go.
Well, my fists are Ukrainian catapults, and I love being the underdog. I love when someone doubts my skills, and it only gives me more strength. And I played this finish many times in my head, and this is exactly how I pictured it, and I am where I wanted to be.
Ihor, congratulations. Welcome to the UFC light heavyweight division. Can't wait to watch you in the octagon. Thank you.